Hey guys, it's Kristen with Taz and Belly, and I am here with a long overdue home tour. I have been telling you since October of 2016 when we sold our rock house that I was going to give you a video walkthrough of our current home, and now here we are in May of 2019 and I've only just gotten around to it. For those of you who don't know, this is the house that I grew up in. My parents built the log house in 1987 and have been living here ever since. And my husband and I decided to buy it and renovate it. And this is going to be our forever home. So while we've been living here for 2 years, we only closed on the house a couple of weeks ago, and we are just now getting ready to start a whole home renovation. The goal is to be done in time to decorate for Christmas. Josh thinks we might could have it done by the end of summer, but I think that's a little bit ambitious. So my goal is mid-November. And we'll see how that goes. So I'm gonna give you a walkthrough, and I'm not promising that it's perfect because A, it's not decorated, B, it's not styled. I can't really even confirm that it's clean, but I wanted you to see like a real behind the scenes. This is what it looks like. This is how we're using the different rooms. And then I'll kind of talk about how we anticipate renovating things over the next, 6 to 9 months. So let's go. This is what you see when you walk in the front door. Our main living area is to the left, and it's just a living room, dining room, sort of great room area. And then the stairs are directly in front of you. Let's not talk about the fact that our internet situation is currently perched on the stair, and we have a hard wire running up the steps to where Josh is working. All of that is actually going to go in the downstairs coat closet, and he will have an office outside at some point. So all of that is temporary. This is what it looks like when you walk in. We have a wood burning stove that is original to the property. I thought that we might replace it or do something completely different in this room 2 years ago, but now that we've lived with it for just over 2 years, we love it, and I can't imagine getting rid of it. So it stays. We recently hung the television over it, and I have a really fun idea for not exactly a mantle, but a way to hang our stockings and hide the wires and all of that. So that will probably be one of the first things that we do. And then this is the dining area. That lamp is new. I'm not sure that I'm crazy about it. I love the way it looks over the table, but it might be too big for the space. But we're gonna wait until we paint and see what we think about it then. So here is the stair view. We get a lot of questions about not having banisters, but this house is over 30 years old and we've never had a problem, and so I don't anticipate adding them. It was not a requirement for our mortgage since we did a conventional loan, so we don't have any rules about what we have to do there. So the plan is to leave it open and to do some sort of gallery wall there on the back wall. And this closet is pretty deep and it goes under the stairs, and so that's where the internet situation is going to be housed. And then that's just like photo album storage. It's a coat closet, you know, kind of a catch-all sort of thing. So we're gonna walk through the dining room, and this is where the sunroom is. And this was always my mom's favorite room of the house, and I have to agree. So currently it's just a hodgepodge of furniture. The black and white chairs are actually going upstairs in the girls' rooms. I don't know if you remember, but this couch is a Joybird couch that I bought off Facebook Marketplace last year, and we loved it, and then we found something that we liked better. But ultimately we want this to be a cozy TV space for the girls, and so the couch fits perfect in here, and so we're keeping it. You can see that we have beadboard walls and ceilings, which we are keeping. Those weird little things in the corner are corbels that held up curtain rods. My mom had shears in here, but we took those down. So those will come out. Eventually, Josh wants to vault this ceiling. It's just an attic space above it, so that we can put our Christmas tree in here and have a really tall tree. So that's probably down the road, but we are excited about that possibility. You can see that we have an L-shaped back porch right here off the sunroom and the kitchen. That's our fire pit, which is also getting a makeover, but it's funny because we burned all of our boxes. So that's what that is. But you can see that the log walls on this side of the sunroom are original. These have never been stained. And if the entire house looked like this, then we would not be planning to paint the walls at all. I love this. And so we're gonna leave these the color that they are, while the rest of the house is gonna get painted white. So for now, we are moving Josh in here to work. He's currently working upstairs in one of the girls' rooms, but we're gonna move him in here. We have a set of antique doors that we're hanging on barn sliders, and so he'll work in this room until we get his office built outside, and then he will have a space of his own. Also, Polly's changing table is downstairs because her crib is still in our room. And so once the upstairs is renovated, she and Sophie will be sharing a room, and that piece of furniture will move upstairs as well. So here is a long hallway between the kitchen part of the house and the living part of the house. And if you come down this hall, you will see our sweet little powder bath, which is really, really hard to film. But this is what it looks like now. There was another mirror on that wall that fell. Fortunately, no one was sitting on the toilet at the time. But we are going to continue to add some antique mirrors here. This room will likely get a fresh coat of paint, and it needs a new plug put in. We're probably going to replace the toilet and the light fixtures, but for the most part, all it needs is a fresh coat of paint. And then as you come down the hallway, this is an antique piece of furniture that my parents bought when they were first married. You can see that there's a little chip off one of the drawers and one of the feet, and that's because Beamer, our dog from many years ago, chewed on it a little bit. But our bedroom is also on the front of the house, and if you've been reading here, you'll know that we did a mini makeover of our bedroom last spring, and so this is what the rest of the house will look like with respect to the logs. They'll all be painted white. And so will the chinking, which is the material that's in between the logs for insulation. All of that will be painted white, as well as the ceilings. And it's just so much lighter and brighter. This house does not have overhead lights downstairs because the ceilings are open. And so it can be really dark if our ceilings are not super tall, like maybe 8.5. And so anyway, just painting everything white makes it look so much bigger and so much brighter. So this is what the other side of our master bedroom looks like. There's not very much to be done in here. We need a rug. Obviously, we need a switch plate cover. There are a few things, but the biggest makeover in our area is our bathroom and closet area. So, of course, my closet doors would be open, and it looks like trash in there, as always. So it's it's a decent sized closet. And then this is the master bath. My parents, I'm sure, thought that this red Formica was beautiful in 1987, but we are ready to see it go away. We are keeping the heart pine mirrors that my dad made, and we're thinking about doing white shiplap on this wall because it's really heavily textured and we don't love that. Eventually the French doors will be replaced. I'd like to do maybe a slider here, actually. I can't decide, but we have a really small porch off the back of our bedroom that we love. And then we just have like your standard shub, is that what you call it? Tub shower combo, and the worst toilet on the planet. So all of the fixtures in here will get replaced. We're gonna get new flooring, and then Josh is gonna pour a concrete countertop with two like trough sinks. So super duper excited about that. When you leave our bedroom, if you go straight across the hall, it's into our laundry area. I love the way that my parents laid this out. This is not original to the house plan, but we like it so much more. It's just a pass-through to the kitchen, and you can see that we have washer and dryer here with some cabinets above, and then this currently is a hot water closet, but we are getting a tankless hot water heater that will be outside. And so this entire column of shelving will actually be kitchen shelving, sort of like an appliance garage, and it's going to open on this side so that it'll be convenient to the kitchen. So our trash can will be there, crock pot, toaster oven, all those sorts of things. And then on this side of the laundry room is a cork board and a chalkboard, which I'm not convinced we're keeping the chalkboard portion of it, but I do think that we'll recover the cork board and then paint all of this out. It'll be a great command center. That's Sophie's art. Isn't she amazing? So this is our kitchen. This door actually goes out onto the little back porch off of our master, and clearly we need some sort of shade situation because we can see each other when one of us is in the shower. So we're either gonna frost this window or add a shade. This door actually doesn't open at the moment, but it will. The appliances are original to the house, so they clearly have to be replaced. One thing I do love is that my parents had a counter height or a counter depth refrigerator, and so we will be replacing that with another counter depth refrigerator. Probably the cabinet over the top of it has to come down because modern refrigerators are considerably larger. But we will be painting all of these cabinets and all of the log walls. We're doing concrete countertops and sink in this room. We're removing the backsplash so that you'll be able to see the logs there. And then on this wall is this beautiful hutch that my dad built. All the cabinets were custom built by my dad. That's actually what he does, and they're beautiful. They just need a little freshening up. So we're gonna take out the hutch altogether and do some open shelving there. So I'm really excited that you'll be able to see the logs on that side of the room as well. There was an island in the kitchen when we bought the house, or when we moved into the house, but we've replaced it with my dad's vintage drafting table. And I really like the way that it's open. We're doing concrete countertops and floors in here. So I like being able to see more of the floor in this space. We have a double door pantry there, and then you've all seen the lockers. I can't wait until Polly is not in infant carriers and we have something much prettier to sit up there. So that was the first floor. We're gonna walk around and I'm gonna take you upstairs so that you can see the rest of the house. This piece of furniture on the left, the blue piece, is actually the island from the kitchen. It had a deeper countertop, so there was an overhang on one side with bar stools, and we removed the countertop and Josh poured a concrete countertop. So we are using it in here as just like a media console, but these countertops are what we're doing in the kitchen, and I am so happy with what they look like. This is the stairway currently. We are definitely replacing the runner. Josh doesn't like the idea of not having carpeted stairs, so we'll just be replacing that with more carpeted stairs, but hopefully something a little bit more modern. All right, this is probably gonna freak everybody out because not only are there not banisters on the stairs downstairs, but there's also not a stair rail upstairs. Again, we've never had a problem with this before. This was actually my dad's office growing up, and he had a rolling chair there, and we all played out here. My sister was 2 when we moved in, so I'm not particularly concerned about it, but we are actually building a wall on this side, just a half wall, and then this entire room will be my office and a craft station. We're gonna do built-in bookcases all the way across this wall above the door, so it's gonna give us a ton of storage upstairs. This room on the left was my sister's room growing up, and it's currently the room that Ella sleeps in, although this is technically Sophie and Polly's bedroom. So the bed stays, and we'll be adding a crib on the other side of the window. And then the back of the room, they have 2 walk-in closets with a niche in between. We love the way that this room is laid out. So each girl will have a walk-in closet. They're exactly the same size, even though the one on the right seems larger. It's because the bathroom actually backs up there. The piano will get to move downstairs, and then all of the girls' furniture will move up here. Clearly, we're getting new carpet. We were already getting new carpet, but Ella has destroyed this carpet with flat iron and makeup. So we have rules about how that will not happen with new carpets. But you can see the girls' rooms are huge. My dad says when they bought the house, we had been living in a really small house, or when they built the house, that his #1 priority was to give us huge bedrooms. So this is something that we loved as little girls. So this is our tiny bathroom upstairs. It's not so tiny. It's blue, blue and white checked floors. There's a I don't know why I want to call that a tub shower combo. There's a little pegboard there with towels. And then this is what the other half of the room looks like. So that is gonna go. We're actually gonna turn the vanity on the back wall with a mirror and a light above it. We feel like it'll give the girls a little bit more room to get ready. It's actually basically the same dimensions. So it really won't change much about how the amount of storage or the amount of counter space, but it will definitely change the footprint of the room, which we're really excited about. And then they have a little linen closet here with attic access, and it's got lots of shelves in it. It's not at all organized. Again, my parents are still living with us at the moment, so we have a lot of extra stuff. But once that is all gone, we'll have lots of storage for the girls. So we're doing a wooden vanity in here with a concrete countertop as well. So all of the bathrooms will have very similar finishes. And then across the hall is the room that Sophie's currently sleeping in, and will actually be Ella's bedroom. But Josh also works in there at the moment. He's on a conference call. So I'm going to pause the video and I'll show you the inside later.